Hola Capricorns, welcome to your love reading for October 2020. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email and we can make that happen and set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Capricorns for October 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground? Become closer to the universe and closer to divine through your messages. Any messages you have would be greatly appreciated, and we thank you for Capricorn love energies for October 2020. What do you see? What do they need to know? Any messages, please? Make sure you click on the link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, I will also have in there something you do not know about them, and if they're seeing somebody else. Okay, love energies prior to October. We have the Four of Cups in the upright. Energies to expect. We have the Eight of Wands in reversed. Other things to mention, check out my 2021 Sun Moon readings that are almost complete in my playlist. My 2020s are still in there. Okay, as you move out of October, we have the Nine of Cups in reversed. Also check out what is your ideal career based on your midheaven in my playlist. What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? Ask me a question on Instago, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, let's get to your reading, Capricorn. So love energies prior to October 2020, I'm seeing that you made an offer to somebody and they are not interested. I feel like you poured your heart out pretty much. I feel like, you offered them this cup and were like, hey, how about this? And they're disenchanted. They're not interested in it. Now, it could be that they're not interested in the offer at all that you kind of made to them. Or it could just be that they have other things on their mind. Maybe they have work. Maybe they have other things they need to focus on. And they just don't have the time to entertain whatever you kind of offered to them at this time. But I feel like you kind of, I get this sense of you waited on a little bit, and you guys had a really good time. I feel like I'm thinking of what precedes the Four of Cups, which is the Three of Cups, which is, good friendship, going out, and based on that, you kind of wanted to take it to another level and make a suggestion of, hey, can we be this? But I don't think they were very responsive to it for whatever reason. I think it's mostly, it's not that you aren't, they aren't fond of you or attracted to you. I just think the timing isn't right, or just they have too many other things to focus on, or I do. I feel like it's just not the right time, possibly. Now, or they're just being, I don't know. We'll see more when there's clarifiers. So the energies to expect in October with Eight of Wands are reversed. I get that you aren't talking. The two of you are not talking, and I feel like they initiated this. I feel like after you made them the offer, they felt like the best thing to do was to not communicate and maybe put a little distance between the two of you because it was a little too close for comfort for them. Some of you, it might be a water sign, because they have a tendency to kind of withdraw when things get too emotional or what have you, and I feel like that's what they did. You took it to this emotional level and they were like, I don't want to deal with that, so I'm just gonna stop talking, cut off communication. They might have blocked you, although I don't necessarily feel that. I feel like they just kind of ghosted. They just kind of disappeared, went off of the map, and again, not being very responsive to you talking or reaching out to them or anything in that regard. So as we move forward, I feel like this other person is very much about their own agenda. I feel like you're not even in the picture. I feel like they're very focused on the things that they want, hyper focused on it, hyper fixated on it. They have expectations that are larger than life. They have ideals that are larger than life. And they see nothing else, and they see no one else. So I almost feel like saying don't take it personally, because I do. I almost feel like they're so focused. don't even care who they hurt during the process. But I also feel like they don't realize they're hurting anybody during the process. They're just kind of like, I'm doing me and the things that I need to do. And yeah, it comes across as a little bit selfish, for sure, but I don't feel like they're totally aware of how it's affecting others or how it's affecting you. So let's see what's going on with this Four of Cups in the upright. Why is the Four of Cups here in the upright for Capricorn energies prior to October? Who is this person? What is this energy? Why is the Four of Cups here in the upright? Love energies prior to October. Okay. I feel like you thought about saying something to them for quite a while. And I feel like with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you didn't necessarily think, I think you held off on it for a while because you did not think that they were going to be receptive to it. But I also think there was a part of you that said, okay, I need to throw myself out there. And then if it doesn't work out, if I don't get a return on it, then I'm fully willing to accept that. But I think you knew that that was going to happen beforehand. But I just feel like you felt like you couldn't live with yourself if you didn't kind of put it out there. And I think that is what happened. I feel like it got rejected because we have the Three of Swords here in the upright, which is a card about pain, sorrow, loss, being rejected, being heartbroken. But I think that you kind of, you accepted it. You kind of knew. You threw yourself out there. It happened. And I feel like you're owning the pain. The Temperance card is here in reverse, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. But you were having a really hard time dealing with the what was I going to say, aftershock, the aftermath when it happened. I think you kind of thought you were going to deal with it better than you actually did. And then it's kind of like you had a really hard time controlling your emotions, and you were really imbalanced, and you were just really starting to think negative things. You might have actually blew up a little bit on this person. You might have gotten a little bit temperamental, and had a hard time keeping a cap on your emotions with this person. So you might have been a little bit reactive. That might have caused them to kind of shut down and discontinue communication with you. Why is the Eight of Wands here in reverse for Capricorns? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Eight of Wands, love energies for October. Who is this person? What is this energy? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Yeah, they stopped talking to you. And then I don't know, with Ace of Pentacles, I'm feeling like any opportunity now is gone with a connection with this person. I almost feel like they took away everything. Before, you might have been friends, or this might have been a situation you were friends with this person and you wanted to take it to another level. And then once you suggested that, it kind of freaked them out. So they kind of pulled back. I'm sort of getting, and then they stopped talking to you. And then, the Ace of Pentacles has you being like, okay, it has them being like, okay, I'm going to take everything away. No friends, no talking, no nothing. And you're just kind of like, oh, okay. With the Five of Swords in reverse, you're trying to come out of this. You're trying to figure out ways to come out of this conflict, because you don't like it being this way. And even though you guys aren't necessarily fighting, I feel like it's very awkward energy. And you just want to come out of it. For some of you, just want to go back to how things were, almost like it never happened. I'm kind of getting. But you're trying to come across as really cool. With the King of Pentacles, I think you're kind of putting up this facade. You're kind of putting your emotions in the background and saying, okay, this is all being like this, but the worst thing I can do is just kind of blow my top again. So I'm going to stay very cool. I'm going to act very mature. I'm going to tell myself and show them that I can handle this. And you're trying to do that through kind of acting like the King of Pentacles, and also maybe trying to put off the facade of like, I don't really need this person. I threw myself out there. It didn't work out, but there is a coolness you're trying to project, I feel like. So you don't lose yourself again in your emotions, or just so you don't look a certain way, or your dignity and your pride remains intact. So we end on this Nine of Cups here in reverse, where we talked about how they're just about their stuff. And that might be another reason why you're the King of Pentacles. You're just like, well, I don't want to look foolish to continue to chase them when they're making me a non-factor and they have other focuses. So it's kind of like you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and snap out of it, and are like, wait a minute, this is very Capricornian of me to get crazy. Let me get myself together here and get back to my cool self. you know, that really doesn't need anybody before I lose any more of my integrity. Why is this Nine of Cups here in reversed? Who's this person? What's this energy? But it still hurts because they're focused on other things. They don't see you, and you're really hurt by that. Actually, you're grieving about this loss, I feel like, and you don't see anything else but this. And then to make matters worse, you're sitting there saying to yourself, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have thrown myself out there. Don't talk badly about yourself like that. I mean, everyone has to take a chance, but with the Fool card in reverse, you're telling yourself you look foolish. You're telling yourself you shouldn't have thrown yourself out there. You shouldn't have told them the truth. I mean, all this other stuff. And you're having regrets, and now you feel like you're, you know, suffering consequences because of it. Don't punish yourself like that. At least you threw yourself out there so you know you didn't have any control over how they're going to respond, right? So you should be practicing a lot of self-care, compassion for yourself. Instead of beating yourself up with the Fool card in reverse, realize what a fantastic person you are. And this person is just very focused on their agenda and their things you're doing. And it's time to put the focus back on you and love yourself rather than, you know, trying to get validation from this person or have them change their ways. And I'm not saying that you are doing that, but I do see that you're kind of talking down on yourself. And when you are, you just need to really appreciate your look in the mirror and talk to yourself about all your wonderful qualities that you have that this person's going to be missing out on. Okay. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. Otherwise, click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, we will also have something you do not know about them, in addition to if they're seeing somebody else. Check out my playlist for my 2021 and 2020 Sun Moon predictions. What is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, best of luck to you. I'll see you in the Vimeo. Bye.